What is up, everybody? Jesse with Jesse's Performance. Oh, I'm shaking the camera too much. Woo, 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 woo. What's up, everybody? Jesse with Jesse's Performance here. Back at it tonight. We're gonna work on the old split bumper Camaro. I'm gonna take this little 388 and get it in our freshly powder coated subframe so we can get the front end all built, get the subframe under it, and make this thing a roller. Let's go. All right, so I was trying to get this motor in this bad boy, and I lifted it up, and then I realized, oh man, that's coming out of there. What that does is that keeps that leg from folding up on us. So now I gotta get that pin there pushed in there. So I'm gonna have to get me a jack and jack this bad boy up. So what a pain in the butt. All right, so you can see I got the motor in. I did a bunch of work. I got these accessories pre-mounted. I'm actually gonna change to some black billet brackets versus these ones that we have painted. This is old stuff here. I think I'm gonna change over to AN hoses rather than rubber hoses with clamps, just because this car is going over the top. I put the coils back on. I put bigger bolts in the upper coil mounts because they only have 3/8 bolts before, and they're supposed to be half. So I don't know how my guys missed that, but that's why we're going back over this thing. I drilled and tapped these brake line adapters for M6 bolts, just to make sure that everything is done properly on this thing. I got the rack on. I see that I got this new high amp Mechman alternator. This one here is too big, so I'm gonna see if they have the smaller version. If not, I'm gonna have to modify my coil brackets, modify my power steering lines, modify my rack and pinion lines. It's gonna be a lot of work, but we want that high amperage alternator. I am going to add a tensioner to the air conditioning. We had it just stretch fit before, and at higher RPMs it would just flip the belt over. It just didn't have enough positive tension on it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use a 4G63 timing belt tensioner. It's like an oblong cam tensioner. I'll use that. I have that on a few other cars for alternator tensioners that would like normally go where this idler here is, just depending on different deals. I'm going to change to a manual billet tensioner versus this automatic tensioner for this belt. Again, at high RPMs, those seem to fail. We don't want that. We want to keep a good, solid, firm tension on the belt. And then I also think I'm going to build a different power steering reservoir for this thing. We had a problem with this thing before with a normal power steering pump, so we added an additional reservoir, remote mounted. But I don't want to run it all the way up to the firewall like we had it before if I don't have to. I have it, I can, but I'm going to try and make maybe something, a little box that goes right here. Hold the fluid, maybe it'll be big enough, maybe it won't be. I don't know, we'll see when we get there. But I am making way on this thing, and I'm pretty happy with the progress I'm making on it. So now what I'm going to do, I'm gonna move on to the back here. Seems legit garage. Hook this up with these 8 HP 90 Hellcat transmission adapter pieces. That's right, we're using a Hellcat transmission in this car just like we did the Burn Bird. Those things are just bulletproof. I mean, it makes no sense not to use them, so we're gonna use them. They're badass units. Hopefully this one here can handle the power it's built a little bit, and we do have a Demon converter for it to help with the cam and stuff that's in this motor and the turbo spooling. So as you can see, I need to finish the harness, but first I want to get all the training and stuff mounted in this subframe. I am going to have to modify the transmission crossmember. You can see we had it drilled for a turbo 400, and then we had it drilled for a 4L80. Well, now we're going to have it drilled for an 8 HP. I might have to make a different crossmember so we don't have to keep putting holes in this thing, or maybe I can make something work. I don't know, we'll see. But first things first, and I kind of already jumped the gun on this here, but when you have these electronic transmissions, let me see if I can back up here. Oh, I can't. Well, when you have these electronic transmissions and you go through and you paint your motor, what you want to do is get all this smooth, this bell housing mating surface, because believe it or not, that's how the transmission ground. You know, the grounding isn't done through the bolts and the threads. It's actually done through this nice mating surface. So you got to make sure that you grind that paint off of there. Obviously, I'm just using a buffing wheel, getting it down to bare metal. Things are going to be happy. So make sure you do that. It'll save you a lot of troubles down the road. So I'm gonna get to this. Well, I forgot to hit record, but now I have my flex plate. Essentially is what this is. It's a big old aluminum adapter, and I have my bell housing adapter on for my 8 HP 90 Hellcat transmission. All right, with redoing this car, since it's been done for about 3.5 years, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna replace all of the AN lines that we have on this car. Obviously, we are using Vibrant products, Vibrant hose, Vibrant fittings. We got some number 10s going on the cross line here. I'm doing this at no cost to this customer. This is basically me just wanting to have insurance for ourselves and the customer, because we didn't use this good products, you know, the Vibrant stuff before. Sometimes we use Chinese stuff, whatever we could get from the cheapest, right? Things were different back then. So in the past couple of years, we have definitely upgraded and upped the ante on all of our products, using the best products we can get. It's come to a cost to our customers, but you know what? You can't beat good products. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get this line done. Basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get this engine outfitted in here the best that I can, so I don't have to be laying over fenders and stuff doing this. It's much easier just to sit here in a chair, make these parts, make these alterations, and move forward. So let's get to making this line. All right, y'all, that's gonna be it for this video. As you can see, I got pretty far on mocking all this thing up. Now I gotta tear it apart, recoat a bunch of things. But we'll save that for the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, do anything you can. You know, we appreciate your support and we look forward to making more videos for you.